Hi, this is Jeremy Moskowitz, Group Policy MVP and founder of PolicyPak software. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use PolicyPak Application Manager to dictate, lock down, enforce, and automatically remediate settings that are real installed and applications that you've performed the ThinApp on. So you can see I've got ThinApp's version 4 for some popular applications here, and I've also got version 5 of those same applications. Just to show you something that's kind of neat, if you go to inside Winzip, inside of a ThinApp application, if you go to an entry point and you type -thinstall version, you can see, boom, that it actually tells you what version it's running. So I'm just showing you this because it's kind of fun, but just to prove a point, I've got version 4 and version 5 of ThinApp apps ready to go. So with that in mind, let's go over to our Group Policy Management console, and for our West sales users, let's manage Winzip for real and ThinApp applications. Now, what I'm showing you here will work no matter how you're using ThinApp. If you're using ThinApp as a standalone product, or if you're using it with VMware Horizon View, what I'm showing you here will work exactly the same way. If you've got pooled desktops, or linked clones, any kind of VDI at all, PolicyPak is going to work with it. So to quickly demonstrate, I'm going to go to PolicyPak, New Application, and pick the application that I want right here. So as you can see, I've got a bunch of popular applications snapped in. PolicyPak ships with over 150 application packs, and you can create your own using our own PolicyPak Design Studio. You can see I've got things for Acrobat, Chrome, Flash, Firefox, Java, and like I said, about 150 other apps. So to get started here, I'm going to go to Winzip, good old Winzip, and you can double-click it and get started to manage your application settings. So I'll click on Passwords here, and I'm going to make sure we're more secure with 11 and check all 4 checkboxes. This is PolicyPak dictating the settings in to the target application. We can also right-click and disable or hide corresponding controls in the target application, and this will make sure that users can't be naughty and they can't work around it. So if I were also to click on Cameras here, I can right-click and disable the whole tab for the target application. Now, while I'm here, and we'll click OK to finish. Next, I'll go over to Acrobat Reader. And in Acrobat Reader land, I want to make things more secure. I want to make my JavaScript actually disabled, because if your JavaScript is disabled, that actually makes you more secure. I'll once again right-click and disable the corresponding control in the target application. I'll go to Security Enhanced and make it actually insured, so users can't work around the setting in real or ThinApp applications. And for Updater, sometimes you forget to disable the updates. Now you don't have to repackage your app. You can simply do not download or install updates automatically. And while we're here, we'll also disable the corresponding control in the target application so users can't work around it. Let's just try these on for size and see if they work. Let's go over to our target machine. So we'll go ahead. We'll run GP update here. Remember, the group policy object is affecting our West sales users. This guy is a West sales user, and we'll go ahead and see if Acrobat Reader and Winzip got the settings, and if the ThinApp versions also get the settings as well. Let's start by taking a look at the real app. Let's go ahead and run Winzip here, go to Options Config, and boom, you can see PolicyPak with your desired IT settings have been delivered into the application. If a user tries to be naughty and work around those settings, the very next time the application is launched, let me go ahead and do that. Okay, go to Options Config, boom. PolicyPak is redelivering those settings back in again and again so users can't be naughty. Let's take a look at the ThinApp version. In fact, let me start with ThinApp Winzip version 4. If I go ahead and click on it, you'll see, boom, it pops right up there. And here's the idea. It's checking for updates. If you wanted to deliver the don't ask for updates, you can deliver that using PolicyPak. All right. So if I go to Options Config here, go to Passwords, PolicyPak treats ThinApp 4 and ThinApp 5 applications as first-class citizens. There's nothing you need to configure, nothing you need to do. It's just automatically working because you got the PolicyPak client-side extension installed inside your image. So if I click to be naughty again as a standard user here, the very next time I go to click on Winzip, and go to Options Config, those settings are redelivered, enforced, and automatically remediated every single time. If I take a look at the version 5 of the same application here, okay, we go to Options Config, boom, we're delivering those settings into the application to keep you more secure. Let's take a look at what happened in Acrobat land. If we go to Acrobat, this is on the real machine, go to Edit Preferences. If we go to JavaScript, look at what we've done. PolicyPak has delivered the setting and performed UI lockdown. Users can't be naughty here. You've ensured that. If you click on Security Enhanced, you've delivered the enhanced security, and users can't work around it there. And for Updater, you've driven in Do Not Download and Install Updates Automatically. Now, again, if you forgot to do something like that in your package, that's fine. PolicyPak can handle that. If we take a look at Acrobat Reader and click on the v4 version of that, let's see PolicyPak deliver those same settings right into your application. If we go to JavaScript, boom, it's delivered and locked down. Go to Security Enhanced, boom, we've delivered the setting in. Users can't work around it. If you forgot to try to make it so users can't update, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to repackage your application. PolicyPak has you covered. So that's the key takeaway. You don't have to redo your application. A and B, the other piece of the puzzle is that PolicyPak will remove the UI so users can't work around it. Let's switch gears and talk about Firefox. Okay, so Firefox, I want to set these configuration options upon the entire computer. So if I want to manage Firefox for real and ThinApp applications, I'm doing this on the computer side. I'll click Edit here, and I'll dive down into the computer side PolicyPak applications, new application, and I'm going to pick on Firefox. Now, this version of Firefox says it's 23, but it'll work for pretty much every version you have. So if I click over here, let me go ahead and deliver a home page. I'll go to www.polycypack.com. And I also want to right-click and lock down the setting using the system-wide config file. And this is going to ensure these settings can't be worked around. For security, gosh, these three checkboxes are really important to me. So I'm going to check them and also lock them down. Make sure users can't work around it. If I go to About Config, there are some important settings there that you might want to set up. We have a separate pack just for all of the About Config settings, but in this example pack, I have some of those important settings here. I put 1, 2, 3, and if I put 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9 in here, I'm going to lock these guys down. I'll lock 2 of the 3 of them down just to prove a point here. And that's the key takeaway. PolicyPak will deliver these settings to your real or ThinApp applications, all as first-class citizens. Let's go ahead and click OK here. Now that we're locked and loaded, we'll go back to our target machine. We'll run GP update here. And we're delivering all the settings all at once at logon or in the background, either using group policy or a tool like SCCM or Landesk or whatever software management tool you have. I just happen to be using group policy in this case. So let's start off with the real application. We'll go to Firefox here. We'll go to Firefox options, and boom, you can see we've driven the PolicyPak homepage in there. The security checkboxes are delivered and checked on. And if we go to About Config here, and we look for those 3 settings that I manipulated, there they are. These 3 settings were in the pack configuration, and I've delivered those in. Okay, just to prove a point here, this version that's really installed is Firefox 6. If we were to take a look at the ThinApp version that I've got here for Firefox, it's 21. So if I go ahead and run Firefox 21 here as a ThinApp application using ThinApp 4 and go to Options, boom, we've delivered those settings in, guaranteeing them so users can't work around it, ensuring your IT settings are delivered and secure. And again, the last piece was the About Config here, and those settings are also driven in here. There they go. 1, 2, 3. I locked 2 of them and I let one of them be user set. And if I were to go finally to ThinApp version 5 for Firefox version 27, our pack will keep working for that as well. We do make updates as needed when applications are enhanced. But if I go to options here, boom, PolicyPak is continually delivering the setting in, locking them down so users can't work around it, so your IT settings are secure. I do have one more thing. Oops, let me just finish this up here. There you go. So you can see those two are locked, and that one is we specified not to be locked. I do want to show you one more thing, which is on the PolicyPak website. There's lots of other opportunities for you to take a look at our integration for PolicyPak and VMware. We actually have a lot of different ways that you can take a look to understand how PolicyPak works with VMware Persona and linked clones, understanding VMware Horizon View and dedicated VDI, how PolicyPak can deliver settings into those scenarios with Horizon View in local mode. This video, managing ThinApp packages with group policy and PolicyPak. I'm updating this video right now. And then you can also see PolicyPak with VMware Horizon View with ThinApp assigned packages, a very advanced scenario. We cover that as well. Same thing with VMware Horizon Workspace applications and VMware ThinApp entitled packages. All scenarios with ThinApp are covered. PolicyPak and VMware Horizon Mirage, and not to mention we have a pack to manage VMware Workstation as well. So long story short, if you are a VMware customer and you've got the scenario where you want to ensure that your Firefox, Java, Flash, Acrobat Reader, any of over 150 applications settings are guaranteed to make it so that what you set is what they get, then PolicyPak is the right choice for you to start investigating. We're here when you are ready to get started. Just go ahead and make contact with us. We typically recommend that folks attend a webinar, and then we'll hand over the bits, and then you can try it out and see if it's right for you. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.